Yeah, nah. Run!
Nope was directed by Jordan Peele, who also directed movies such as Get Out and Us, which are two movies which I recently watched for the first time, and I thought that they were both good. But Nope, I think, is a great movie. I really enjoyed this film. It is a alien movie that is really unlike any other alien movie that you've ever seen. There are some similarities to some other stuff, but overall this is one that I thought was very unique and was very different, which is something that I really enjoy in films. I don't particularly like films where you can guess the entire plot line just from the beginning of the film, and this is certainly not one of those. It's got a great story to it. It's a very unique story, and I loved it for that. To go along with its story, it has some wonderful characters played by some great actors and actresses who all feel important and necessary to the film. It doesn't feel like any of them are there without needing to be, and I really enjoyed that. It's a smaller cast. It's not a huge film in that regard, but they all feel necessary and they all do a wonderful job, and I really enjoyed that. Now, this film is described, if you look it up, it will be titled as a horror movie. I wouldn't say that it really is a horror film, and in some ways it still is. He definitely does tie in with some of that horror stuff. He still uses some of that same vibe, some of those same feels, but it's not exactly a horror movie. It has those few moments that he's meant to freak you out, but this film is about the wonder and awe of it all. In fact, the film uses the word spectacle throughout it, and I think that that's a great way to describe this movie. This is Jordan Peele's biggest film out of the three of them, and it is by far the biggest spectacle of any of them as well. The way that he shoots everything, the way that he shows everything, it's just a fantastic movie to watch, and it's very enjoyable. Now, when it comes to the pure enjoyment factor of this film, it does start out a little bit slow, and that may be a problem for some viewers. For me, it really wasn't all that bad, because though the first part of it is slow, you can see where it's setting things up and where it's going to eventually build, and the second half of this film, particularly the third act of the movie, does pick up quite a bit, and there's a lot that happens, and it is very entertaining in those parts. So overall, guys, this is a very interesting movie. It's a very unique storyline, and it has a lot of enjoyment value to it as well, particularly in regards to using those horror elements that Jordan Peele is known for, as well as just giving you some great sci-fi adventure kind of feels that you get from something like a Steven Spielberg film. And so I really enjoyed that mixture, and it's for that reason that this is actually my favorite Jordan Peele movie, as I pointed out in the little ranking video that I put out the other day. It's a great movie. I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but I think it was for me. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite alien movie of all time, but it is a great sci-fi alien film, and for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and give this one an A-.
What happens next? You ready? Are you ready?
Now, when it comes to the cleanliness of this film, in many ways I think that it is actually better and more family friendly than other Jordan Peele films, but it's still definitely not one that I would recommend, particularly for younger viewers. If you are planning on looking at this one with a family, I wouldn't recommend anyone younger than a teenager. Even some teenagers maybe might not like this one so much. It is a rated R movie, and so it does have some elements that you need to look out for. The first of those being the swearing. Like rated R films usually do, they have quite a bit of swearing in this film. It's not the most amount of swearing over here, but they use the F word on occasion and many other swear words throughout. So there is that to watch out for. Second big thing with this one is, while it's not exactly a horror film, like I mentioned in the previous section, he does delve into the horror side of things, and he does have some moments that are meant to be freakier. And so some viewers may not particularly like that. They may not enjoy those horror elements. I don't ever think it gets terribly creepy, but there are some moments that can be a little bit. And then there is one scene in this film that I can specifically remember that does tend to be a little bit gory and a little bit gross. It's only one part of the film. Overall, I don't think this is an extremely violent or gory film by any means, but it does have that little bit to it. So it's one that, again, I think the majority of people are actually going to be able to watch and be fine. Particularly, the big thing is it's rated R mainly for the swearing. So if you're not a fan of swearing, if you don't want to hear that at all, then I would definitely not recommend this movie. But if you can get through the swearing, if you're okay with that, then I think the majority of people, aside from that aspect of the film, are going to be able to enjoy this one and have a really good time with it. And for that reason, I'm going to give this one a little bit of a better rating than what I would give some of his other films. But I'm still going to have to give it a little bit of a lower rating for some of the things that it has. And so I'm going to go ahead and give it a C-.
Here we go.
No.
So those are my thoughts on Jordan Peele's Nope. Have you guys had the opportunity to see it? If you have, let us know in the comments what you thought of it. Also, how do you think it compared to Jordan Peele's other movies? Let us know in the comments how you rank them. Do you prefer this to his other films, or do you think he's done better in the past? Let us know. I would love to hear your opinions on that. Of course, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Look forward to more reviews coming in the future, and I will see you all in the next one.